Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Matt Saltzman, the CEO of Louisville Tile. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Kemp, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and learn about what we're doing.
You're in the news today. The lead story today on Floor Daily is that Louisville Tile has acquired American Olean's Midwest distribution business. I want to talk about that in just a second. You're definitely a company on the move. You had a major press event at Coverings earlier this year. You acquired Mid-America Tile, which is based in Chicago, in October of last year. So your service area now, I think, includes 9 states, right?
That is correct. We have 9 states, all contiguous in the upper Midwest, include Minnesota, Iowa, and Milwaukee now with this new acquisition, in addition to the other 6 states of Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and in Ohio.
So a little background on you. You've only been at the firm 18 months and actually had a finance background working with some Wall Street firms, right?
That is correct. I actually do not come from the tile business. I was taught very early that tile is singular, not plural, so that was one of my first mistakes. I called them tiles, and I wasn't supposed to do that. And I've been with the firm, actually it's a little more than 18 months. I've been with the firm almost 2.5 years, where for the first year, we were brought in to work with them and help set the stage. And then a year later, I was made full-time and announced as full-time CEO, where this is my sole position and sole profession now.
All right, and this company's been around since 1955, and it's still family-owned, right?
It is correct. It's owned by the same family. It's a fourth-generation family, and they've owned it since 1955. It's the Wilcox family. So it's family-owned, family values, and I'm very fortunate to be able to be associated with them.
Okay, so what brought you into this company?
They had a financial problem, a banking issue, and they brought us in to try and help resolve that issue. And through that process, we got to know each other, and they made some leadership changes and decided that we could be the group that could help them set the company for the path in the future. And for a year, we worked with them. I brought my team in, and we worked for a year with them, setting the company on a course. And during the course of that year, we had many discussions, and it was determined that I would be highly interested in joining them full time, and they would be highly interested in having me. And the company set a new path on growth and a new strategy. And we have done both those things.
And on this American Olean news for today, how did that come about?
We had conversation with American Olean over a year ago, and we thought that it had kind of gone its way. And then about 2.5 months ago, it's a very quick deal, about 2.5 months ago, we got a call and asked if we would be interested in looking at them. And I said, yes, of course we would. We were interested before. We're still interested. And through a lot of work by Craig Campbell, who is their former president, who really put in a tremendous amount of effort on this deal, we were able to come together and come up with a deal that made great sense for their shareholders and was a tremendous acquisition for us from both a strategic and a financial perspective.
Okay, because like you said, it's a contiguous service area now, so it just bolts right on, doesn't it?
It fit in just like a hand in a glove. They had 2 operations that were in the same cities as ours, so we're able to consolidate 2 of their branches into ours, which in both cases make our branch system now the de facto market leader in both those markets, that being Elk Grove and South Bend. It gives us 3 more states that we weren't in before that we wanted to be in, and it really fills out our footprint very nicely in the upper Midwest and sets us up now to concentrate on not only developing those markets, all 9 of them, and having great logistics and great synergies in the markets and developing them. It allows us now to focus on the rest of our growth strategy, which is to complete the corridor down south.
You had an event, as I mentioned, at Coverings, and you announced that you were engaging some product development people to help you with some of your styling, right?
Yes. At Coverings, we announced the livable luxury line and our private label lines, which feed into this entire strategy of growth through acquisition and organic growth. And we will be able to supply and work with independent flooring dealers throughout our footprint, and also be able to really bring in a higher-end luxury product through our showrooms and not be competing with our dealer network. So it really allows us to take the segments of our business, work with them as a pure play for both sides, to have no conflicts of interest, and to really maximize and leverage the resources and the structures that we put into place to maximize the growth for the future.
Okay, and your customer base is broad. You service the residential, the commercial, the retailer, and the contractor, right?
Yep, we're not selfish. We want everybody to participate with us, so we'll service them all. We do the commercial, the independent dealer, as you said, high-end residential through our showrooms, architects and design, and the contractor builder market. So there's really, we want to celebrate them all.
All right, great. I appreciate you spending some time with my listeners and tell us a little bit more about this acquisition today. Again, been talking to Matt Saltzman, CEO with Louisville Tile, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr. FloorDaily.net.